Hey guys, just finished my shift for the day. Finished. So hard to talk with these fucking teeth. I'm really getting sick of these teeth. I can't wait to get my permanents, man. I'm so tired of the limiting options of, food and anyway. It was a pretty good day. It's still early, but it was a good day. Couple things that irritate me about this job. It's not always the people. Like the traffic lights are probably the most irritating, especially like in Clovis or West Fresno along Shaw. You hit every light, and I always say this: you're getting nowhere quick, because you'll hit every red light, and then every light takes about 5 minutes, and it just takes forever. And time's money in a job like this, It's not always the people, it's not always traffic, but the lights are pretty irritating. Construction is just off the fucking charts right now because it's nice weather, and you get redirected, detoured, but there is one thing that drives me nuts with the people that I pick up. Just an example. Went to go pick up somebody today, and it's like you perform based on what you're given, right? So if they give you an address, I drive to the pin, right? There's a pin on the navigation, and you drive to it. You don't see anybody. They don't have their GPS on. When they have their GPS on, it's like a little blue bubble, right? So I drive the pin and I say, I have arrived. Person gets on there and says, where? I don't see you. I'm like, I drove to the pin. What pin? The pin on the navigation. Well, I'm here. Okay, what? I don't... Like, why are we having this conversation through text, for one? Two, why don't you have your GPS on? I have mine on. If you had your GPS on, you'd be able to see me, and I would be able to see you. So basically, I'm driving to the front of the apartments. No, excuse me. I'm driving to the alley of these apartments because that's where the pin is. Well, this person's in front and off to the side. Anyway, so if you take an Uber, people, just turn your GPS on. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that difficult. So yeah, that kind of irritated me today because I wasted time driving around the freaking complex looking for this fucking asshole. And then she was like rude, like it was my fault I didn't go to where she was. And I said, just for future reference, you should probably turn on your GPS. And she was like, she scoffed. It makes sense. It's so much easier. Anyway, she irritated me. The very next person, and I don't know why this annoys me the most, because people can be nice to you, and you'll have like a 100, what is going on? Jesus Christ. I'm so irritated right now, can you tell? Look at this fucking idiot getting on the freeway, slow as fuck, just holding everybody up. What a fucking moron. And then he pulls over to the middle lane and cuts people off. Wow, what a fucking jackass. And this guy is passing him real quick. He's all mad. Fucking jackass. Anyway, where was I? Oh, okay, so I get nice people all the time. And I won't remember them. But you know who I remember? The people that are just, they're not rude. Well, I guess they are rude. They're not like mean and vocal, but they're the ones that are like eerily quiet. There are 3 people. Well, let me just give you an example because I'm going all over the place. I'm just flustered. This last person was just, you people, they give off this ugly energy. Went to go pick up this girl. She gets in, and I don't know if she was in a hurry or what, but I was like, "Hi, good morning." And she doesn't say good morning, not hello, whatever. It just yells out her PIN. And I got this bad vibe from her. Something like, I don't know, like she had an ugly heart. You know what I mean? Anyway, you just get the vibe from people, so you don't really talk. It was like a 15-minute trip. I dropped her off at her work, some grocery store. And I said her name. I said, "You have a beautiful day." She just gets out, doesn't say a damn thing. And I don't know why that bugs me more than somebody that gets like scoffy or mouthy. You know what I mean? Because there's been 3 people that have been like that. There was this Asian kid I picked up from Amazon. "Hi, good morning." And then like I'll confirm the address and I'll go such and such, east such and such. And then I look at him. He just turns, doesn't say a fucking thing. I'm like, well, that's weird. Must be on the spectrum or something. You know what I mean? You know how like there's certain people on the spectrum that they don't like to make eye contact. They don't really like to talk to people. Maybe he's really shy. I don't know. Anyway, so take him home. And that was also a long trip. Dropped him off. Say, "All right, you have a good day." Just gets out. Doesn't say a fucking thing. That bugged me. And that was the first time I experienced that. And I'm like, man, what a fucking asshole. Not too long after that, I had a lady that I picked up. And it was a short trip. Like, she was out exercising. Like, she was walking, right? And you could tell. Anyway, I don't know what, she got tired or what, but it was a short trip. I picked her up, and I literally took her down the street. And she gets in. "Hi, good morning." Same thing. Confirm the address. Doesn't say a fucking thing. Drops her off. "All right, you have a good day. Thank you." And she just gets out, slams the door. Like I did something wrong. It's just some ugly-hearted people, man. It doesn't take a lot to give courtesy, especially where it's due. Like, I'm doing a service, and it's one of those probably those necessary services, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. But that girl that I dropped off today, she just gave me like a ugly vibe. And don't ask me why, but that bugs me more than anything. Because I'll argue with somebody if they're in the wrong. I don't care if you're in my car. I'm picking you up. I'm dropping you off. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't be an asshole to me. Because you didn't have your GPS on. But see, that is like a different kind of annoyance. People are entitled. Most people are entitled, especially these days. But the whole silent treatment thing, the non-courtesy of simply saying, "Okay, thank you, bye," or something. just get out and slam the door like, fuck you. You know, you petty Uber driver. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. Somebody that just uses the service and thinks you're nothing, you're dirt. You work for me. Anyway, yeah, that bugged me. So I'm done for the day. Now, that doesn't take away the fact that I had 10 other people today that were just awesome. And I got tips, and they chit-chatted with me, and yeah. But what sucks is, you know what? You know, I could have 10 good people, and then I have 2 people that are just pieces of shit, and they just kind of ruin everything, you know? I don't know. It's the same in every job, you know? You always got, like, this bad apple that just kind of taints the barrel. But, yeah. If you take an Uber, this person's just trying to make a living, okay? Especially if they, you know, go above and beyond, and, you know, they drop you off exactly where you want, and they're friendly, and if they tell you good morning, tell them good morning back. They say thank you very much, say you're welcome, or thank you too, you know, something, not, you know. I hate seeing dead animals on the road. Anywho, I'm going to go to Letty's, get cheered up with the Chili Colorado plate. Chili Colorado. And go see my buddy Lupita. She may or may not be there today, but... or her mom. Or her brother. So yeah, I'm gonna go have breakfast, and then I'm going to go home, take care of a few things, and then get my golf clubs out, because I'm going to go golfing with my brother-in-law and our buddy Chris. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. Just be nice, okay? All right. That's it. That's all I got. Love you.